Hello my friends and welcome to a new video for Infinity Kingdom. This is Pyakia, an official Burst officer, and I changed my march for attacking the TITANTULA or non-bosses, but I'm speaking especially because the TITANTULA you want to deal lots of damage, and for bosses I usually use my fire march and I don't have like lots of losses, but for the TITANTULA you care to deal lots of damage. So first of all, I changed my march again because I got some new skills, and this is like I keep changing my march depending on the skills and depending on the formations. I'm using 3 immortals for the fire element with the fire dragon to have 4 element of the same element buff with 20% more physical attack and 20% more magical attack. And on Hippolyta, I'm using Victorious Pursuit, Corrosive Power, and Berserker. I didn't try Berserker on the battlefield, but I'm calculating the Berserker damage on paper. It will be handy. And I'm going to show you why Berserker is handy. On Saiyan Duke, I'm using Anger and Sniper, and also I'm using Weakness. On Empress, who I'm using here, not using here, excuse me, like I'm using Crit Rate with Annihilation Artifact, with Chase and Spell Disintegrator, and also Poison Thorn. On Kublai-Khan, I'm using Lifelink, so Lifelink can reflect some damage, and also Adrenaline Rush because I want him to use his ultimate skill more, and Wind Rage because I want him to gain lots of energy, and also it might trigger energy with with his normal attacks. So in the past I used this build alongside with Alex, like Kublai-Khan with Corrosive Power, and Saiyan Duke Sniper, the same build here on Empress as well. On Alex I use Berserker combo and Wind Rage. Alex has been known that he deals lots of damage, and also he made 103 million damage. 103 million damage. And this is a lot of damage, and I like it, but he dealt like 4.8 damage percentage, while this build killed the TITANTULA with 5 and 3% more damage, even though I can made more damage if I had time, because this fight ended with time. You can see that Lifelink didn't deal any damage. Lifelink damage is only 20 million, not a lot at all. And also the damage came from Hippolyta, Saiyan Duke combined is more than what Alexander made, because Alex alone, yeah, can deal lots of damage, but when I combine Hippolyta instead of Alex, I get the bonus of 20% more physical attack, so my Saiyan Duke will make some damage, my Kublai-Khan will make some damage, and my Hippolyta will make like a damage nearly what Alex made. But the extra 20% will make Saiyan Duke make more damage, and also Kublai-Khan make more damage. This is like an old attack, and let me show you here some new attacks like what I made today. This is 4.55, and this is 102 million damage from Hippolyta. This is from Flaming Smite. I got like 15 million damage from total coverage. Yes, I was using total coverage, but in my next attack I will remove total coverage and I will use Berserker, and I'm going to tell you why. Here also I'm using total coverage. I just forgot that I'm using total coverage, not using Berserker. If I use Berserker, these Flaming Smite's 75 million damage will be increased by 25%, and also the normal attack of Hippolyta will be increased by 25%. Combining them will be more than 14 million damage or 15 million damage from total coverage. I just used total coverage by mistake. Let me open my calculator here, and let me combine 75 plus 10, not 11. Let's just count it as 10, and we can multiply this by 25%. This is going to be 21 million damage, and total coverage only dealt 14 million damage. So with Berserker I will have more 7 million damage than total coverage with Berserker. So I just used full coverage by mistake, and on my next attack I'm going to use Berserker. Here I switched the places for Hippolyta and also used Victorious Pursuit and full coverage to and Corrosive Power on Kublai Khan instead of Hippolyta. I just wanted to switch and see the differences, and as you can see that the damage here is not what I desired. I'm desiring above 4.5, and this is almost 5 percentage damage, and with Berserker then full coverage. Full coverage here is useless on Hippolyta and even though on Kublai Khan. Let's see how many damage Kublai Khan dealt with full coverage. Like total coverage here only dealt like 3 million damage. This is nothing compared with Berserker on Hippolyta instead of full coverage. So my final build is Kublai Khan on the lead, Adrenaline Rush and Wind Rage, because I want him to make his ultimate skill raining a lot, because his ultimate skill will make the target has physical defense lower. Sorry, I'll keep canceling the build. And also Victorious Pursuit will increase my ultimate skill damage, and also Corrosive Power. I made a video about Corrosive Power alone. This skill here is massive on Hippolyta. It makes Hippolyta rains with her ultimate skill instead of dealing damage with skills and normal attacks. With Berserker, I'm going to increase 25% more attack speed and more physical damage. Someone asked me why not using Anger instead, because I'm using Anger on Sign Duke, and Sniper on Sign Duke is triggered. That's why I need Anger here. I might use Anger here on Hippolyta, but I will have an empty slot here, and I need a skill here to increase Sign Duke skill damage. So Berserker will make Sniper won't be triggered, because you can check this. You may no longer active any triggered type skill. This is reducing 75% of the energy regen. I don't want the energy regen a lot, because Corrosive Power will make me make a lot of restoring a lot of energy, and you will see this when I make the final attack. So guys, after I attacked the spider with the build that I showed you, I figured out that I was wrong about using Berserker, because I want to make a hint about Berserker. On paper, Berserker should increase my physical damage by 25% and also increase my attack speed by 25%. I made 2 attacks with Berserker rather than full coverage. I still use the same build here on all the immortals. I did 2 attacks to make sure that I'm not wrong, and I have less attempts for Flaming Smite. Here I have 14, while on the other attempts here I had more than 14 Flaming Smite. I don't know why. The only change here I made is just using Berserker rather than full coverage. Maybe Corrosive Power didn't work while I was using Berserker. I don't know, because Hippolyta didn't use her ultimate skill a lot, or maybe because Berserker reduced the energy regen by 75%. But I thought this wouldn't be effective, since full coverage, Corrosive Power will make my Hippolyta regain the 200 energy. So you will notice that my Hippolyta will not gain energy a lot for the first ultimate skill, but I believe after I use the first ultimate skill, Corrosive Power will keep getting me energy from dealing critical damage. But let's just check, because here we went to 20 seconds, now 22 seconds. Okay, Corrosive Power works, but it doesn't work like better with Berserker, because Berserker reduces the energy regen. So yeah, here I was wrong about using Berserker, and the energy regen debuff on my Hippolyta was a bad choice, even though it increases my physical damage and increases my attack speed. But yeah, it is very useless, because the 75% energy regen. I was wrong. I used 2 attacks here, and as you see, the 2 attacks wasn't bad. It was average attempts above 3%. but about 5% is way more better. With of course full coverage than Berserker. This is with Alex, and I like Hippolyta more. And I would use another skill rather than full coverage, but for now I will keep full coverage for the upcoming TITANTULA until I think about another overpower build to bypass this damage. When I bypass this damage, I will make another video about it, and I will keep you updated. Thank you all for watching, and see you soon.